Oh my God. So there's been several films that's been dropping. This past week we had, what's today? This is day 2 of CinemaCon or 3. Might be
Day
3.
two. I think it's
Day
day
2.
two.
I think it's day 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Carl has been going insane. I'm like, can I just let me just shut him up real quick? Because I just like,
I mean, I
yo.
apprciate the news, my guy. It's
Got him,
just,
got him, got him.
That man's mic clocked out on him mid video. I was like, all right, that's enough of that.
The microphone went on strike. Okay.
Yeah, that's such a
I'm not gonna
weird.
say, you gonna yell at me one more time?
That's such a weird time. I think it runs from like Sunday to like 2, like Wednesday or something like that.
yeah, they're like
it's
the
odd.
beginning of the week type of run. They're a different type of convention that I didn't even know still existed, to be honest with you.
You know why they did that, right? It keeps all of the unwanteds away. It keeps the unwanteds away. They want to know if you're serious. You'll take off for Sunday through Wednesday.
That makes sense. I can dig it.
It's a preferred class. Like we know the ones that ain't gonna show.
Mm-hmm.
You peasants, you Walmart shoppers, you're not gonna show for this.
Not the Walmart shoppers.
It runs from Monday to Thursday, meaning everybody who was there posting posters on Sunday got there early.
Huh.
So they obviously announced films like Shrek 5, Toy Story 5, Incredible. What else was it they had on that? They did some footage runs for Superman, of course, but that's not what got people talking.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Wait, before we really dig in, I just want to say the people at Now You See Me need to go to hell. Stop hanging out with the people that do the naming conventions for the Fast and Furious franchise. They gave up their jobs a long time ago. They're just throwing darts at the wall. The fact that Now You See Me, the sequel was called Now You See Me 2. You're getting a third part called Now You See Me, Now You Don't. That should have been the sequel, and we should be done. But now you're getting part 3 is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And you're getting a part 4 they announced. So
4? What's the point of Now You Don't? Okay, never mind.
Now You See Me,
How
Now
many
You
more
Don't
magic?
again.
Now you see me, now you won't. There we go. There's a
Are we gonna get to Now You See Me, the Secret Illuminati? Are we just working our way up to that title?
It's gonna be John
Those,
Cena.
I will say that he'll probably win. Look, those types of films where they have a bit of mystery involved and like National Treasure. You know, I can still watch National Treasure. I never watched the series because it was hard to get into. Nicolas Cage wasn't a part of it,
Right.
but it was still in the same universe. But seeing those types of films, they kind of grab you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, because they give you a little background about certain stuff, you know, and that's fine. But is it me, or is it because they wait? And I've always said this: any film that does very well in an action type or mystery or whatever, and they wait more than 3 to 5 years, if they go past that, it's hard to care. You know, it's hard to be excited for it. It's similar to like Sin City. I've read the entire series, right? Sin City was amazing. By the time they did Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, it was 10 years later. Nobody cared. You know, and it was still shot in the same style and everything. It was just that particular demographic has moved on. So I don't know how that works for them to hang on to it. Now, okay, All Nerd says, he says, like Bad Boys for Life should have been the 4th installment. I agree. It's the naming. I don't think it's the naming.
So hard.
Yeah, it was like opportunity, right? It was just, you know, yeah. Minions was announced. They had which, here's the thing. The Despicable Me franchise in itself is just fun to watch.
Disagree.
But that's me. It's just fun to watch, you know. And it's really not because of the whole Gru aspect of it. It's the minions.
Yeah,
It's the hijinks.
They are the perfect. They are the perfect comedy element.
Yeah, it's the minions, you know, getting all mixed up in whatever. So
Illumination isn't Illumination like originally founded with a bunch of DreamWorks rejects?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, they very much carried on the energy. Oh, we made this cool film. Oh shit, this works. We have a franchise on our hands now. We're gonna make us. Because now we're getting another Minions and Shrek, and it's just like, I remember when you were first starting off. Now look at you up here in the big leagues.
Don't get me wrong about Shrek, but do we really need another Shrek? I mean, unless it's the return of Farquaad.
You know what? As long as they don't completely botch it, Puss in Boots at least did a good job of setting up for the next movie. I will say I need one scene from that movie, and it's Puss about to do something like death defying, and then that whistle just cuts through.
I knew you was gonna talk about that whistle.
That whistle cuts through all the audio, and Homeboy's just in the back with his little sighs, like, if this goes wrong, you're taking a trip to the Undertaker.
Although Shrek could all, I remember I said this. Farquaad pulls a certain red hat character for the Shrek 5 movie.
Well, I believe one of the Shrek swap tales, they did the Ghost of Lord Farquaad. So he might be over and done with. Also, when I was young, I just thought Shrek 2 was cool. I didn't realize we were redoing the entire Rodney King thing on screen.
Oh my god!
Man.
Wow. So they bring it back. Is John Lithgow going to continue doing Laura Farquaad?
If it is, I would watch it just because. I mean, think about it. I hate to bring up this climate that we're in, but in this culture and political climate, tell me that wouldn't work as a movie.
It's got to work.
Hey, Obi's excited for it.
Obi's excited because he's in a playpen and he can throw stuff. That's why he's behind me. That's why I'm surprised I don't see nothing over my shoulder right now.
But yeah, so far on the slots, I see Doomsday. Disney has a film called Hoppers. Spider-Man, Moana 3, Masters of the Universe, Scream 7, Street Fighter, Mario 2, The Odyssey, Shrek 5. Hunger Games has another one coming out. Jumanji 3, Mandalorian and Grogu. Mega Minions, Clayface, Ice Age 6.
Wait, roll that back. Mega Minions? That's not the superhero minions they have from the last film.
I see. Yeah, that's what I'm like. They're doing quadruple overtime with no extra pay.
Yes, Captain, your dream is coming true.
I say the Ice Age 6 because Evolution hasn't done them in yet, apparently.
Right. If they ain't the new Land Before Time movies.
The Hunt for
that damn ice that melted.
Right.
the hunt for Golem, Supergirl, Toy Story 5 because why? Hail Mary, Fast X Part 2.
Which we knew. Some of the I think about half of that list we knew about. Half of that list we knew about.
But Street Fighter though?
Street Fighter has just been popping up in the past 24 hours. I didn't even know this thing existed.
Don't get me wrong. I love Street Fighter 6, the video game. We all love the campy 90s Street Fighter with, rest in peace for all Julia giving us the best M. Bison we will ever see. And the most iconic line about a Tuesday that we'll ever get. But do we need another Street Fighter? Just say it. We're already getting
from what I understand, the directors want to make the Street Fighter in the same vein as some of the animated movies that they had, which those were great.
Yeah. I mean, Assassin's Fist and Street Fighter movies 1 through 3 were great, but why? That's all I can say. But why? Unless you go turn around and give DJ his due.
You know what? Just like he's saying, just like somebody said, but why would you want to do a Street Fighter movie? And they will point at Fast X and a Camaro in space.
Hey,
I don't mind. I don't mind Street Fighter. I don't mind if they do Street Fighter, but can you dial down on the comedy element of it and make it a little bit more, I don't know, talkable? Let people be like, yo, you need to go see it. See, that's what kills me about these sequels. They're so shitty. Nobody wants to talk about them except to warn people.
Well, it's like Mortal Kombat. That's like Mortal Kombat 2. Carl Urban is in it. He's playing Johnny Cage.
Right.
I'll take it because I like Carl Urban. He seems to be he is in a lot of nerd related series, movies, you name it. Like, we need a guy who can be gruff. Carl Urban. I ain't mad at it.
But the dude playing Briggs.
Hashtag Dr. Dread. I'm sorry.
The guy playing Jackson Briggs, I'm gonna need you to go full beard, sir. Please do not give us the Army Ranger mustache because you look like Steve Harvey if Steve Harvey decided to work out.
Lord.
Now, couldn't we have gotten a sequel to Judge Dredd? I think it would have come off a little better.
Could have. I think I really wanted one. Dredd was amazing.
Dredd really should have had 3 movies.
It was so slept on. That movie was so slept on. It was giving The Raid.
Yes.
And if you've seen The Raid,
yo, them fight scenes in that damn movie were unsurpassed, bro.
So, you're right. We should have had at least 3 films on it. That was a franchise. You're talking about a fumble. That was a fumble.
I'm sorry. Watching The Raid made me paranoid about getting on a subway or a bus in overseas a while now. Just see guys with just hammers just sitting comfortably on a bus. I'm getting off.
Yeah. See, this would have been a time to introduce new characters because Judge Dredd comes from 2000 AD. We could have gotten the Strontium Dog and all the other characters from that. Flesh them out. Let's see that universe expand because I'm telling you, as much as a comic book fan as I am, I want to see something else.
Yeah.
Besides Marvel and DC, I want to see what Image. Let's see Image do something. Let's see Dark Horse do something else. I want to see that.
They gotta take that. They gotta take that financial gamble. And the fact is, they have their own distributors. That's the crazy part. They don't really have to go anywhere. All you have to sit there and say is, we have this idea for a script for what we think is probably going to be one of our best IPs. You already have distribution in place, and yet crickets.
Yeah. You have those opportunities of.
They're so afraid.
And mind you, Dredd came out at a time where folks really wasn't sure. Sequels were taking hits at that time. Like they wasn't sure, and this was a huge gamble for them. And the fact that they didn't really push promotion like they did, like a la Deadpool Wolverine or any major house would do. Once it came out, and mind you, the word of mouth didn't spread like it does now. So when people seen it, like they finally seen it, and they seen it like on DVD or seen it on cable, they were like, "This is good." Yes, it is. It's very good.
But what's crazy was the movies at the time when Dredd came out. They went up against what's that Kate Beckinsale vampire movie? The last
Underworld.
one, Underworld Blood Wars. It went up against that, and not to knock Underworld Blood Wars, but still, you had that, and it still held its own. So I'm just like, there's no excuse. You like you said, it was a movie that had very little promotion, unless you were really paying attention. Again, it was funny part where, let's see, that was the year, I think it was 2012. So you had Life of Pi, you had Project X, you had Ted, you had The Dark Knight Rises, but I think Dark Knight Rises and Dredd were separate months. Otherwise, we'd never hear of Dredd. And you had the Avengers, but again, different months. So within this entire year of 2012, when Dredd came out, it held its own against other movies. I'm just saying.
At a moment. The Hunger Games movie that they announced, which I didn't know they were going to be doing any more of those, but that is Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping.
I think that's like the brand new book they just released too. So
okay, because I started.
Speaking of, George R.R. Martin is not happy with House of Dragons directors and well, I'm just like, well, dude, finish a book so they can use the content.
You get mad because they gotta do your job. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we
been
like
waiting.
it over. We good over here. Please don't touch nothing else. Stay.
It's like we've been waiting. We've been waiting for winds of winter. We've been waiting for a spring of. We've been waiting for a song of summer, sir. We waiting on you. You are the main dude that has created this complicated family line that we still trying to figure out whether or not we did win the war with the White Walkers. We're not exactly 100% sure right now.
Not sure about
so
anything.
Audacity is on sale because I told y'all earlier about dude in my job that showed up over an hour late and then came and rapped with me like, can you believe they be telling me that I'm late? Yes, actually,
Bro,
I can.
I had a dude at my last job. I was ready to choke out on a daily basis because my lunch break is after his, and once our manager got promoted, nobody was really checking the times. So he was like, I can go do what I want. I'm like, bro, you realize like you're holding me up though every time you don't come back on time. So he'll come back like bragging about all the stuff he got done. I'm just like, some days I just want to see how far I can stick my foot out when you're not looking and just.
Ladies and gentlemen,
is Wayne Brady gonna have to choke a bitch? That's
Wayne Brady is my spirit animal, just over my shoulder. It is Wayne Brady, but the actor is Gravedigger. Like just do it.
Yeah.
So, in other news concerning CinemaCon, finally get a release date for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. The official release date is June 4th, 2027.